Hi everyone, I am Anupam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have come up with another interesting topic, that is medication reconciliation. Patients often receive new medications or have changes made to their existing medications during the transition in care. Transition in care includes admission in the hospital, transfer from one department or unit to another during hospitalization, or discharge from the hospital to home or another hospital or facility. Now, what is medication reconciliation? It is a formal process or technique used by the clinical personnel like doctors, nursing staff, and pharmacists to make a complete and accurate list of a patient's prescribed and home medication, to identify discrepancies in drug regimen in different levels of care in healthcare setting. Medication reconciliation mainly used to make decision on medication to be prescribed, and also it help in prevention of medication error. In short, medication reconciliation is a process of identifying and preparing most accurate list of all medications of a patient. It includes name, dosage, frequency, and route. This medication list can be used to provide correct medication to the patient anywhere within the healthcare system. And most importantly, compare the patient's current medication list against the admission, transfer, or discharge orders. There are various goals of medication reconciliation. These are to prevent adverse drug event at all interfaces of care, that is admission, transfer, and discharge of all patient, to improve the safety of using medication, to ensure the safety of all patients against medication error, and lastly to eliminate undocumented intentional discrepancies and unintentional discrepancies by reconciling all medications at all interfaces of care. An undocumented intentional discrepancy occurs when the doctor intentionally adds, changes, or discontinues a medication the patient was taking prior to the admission, but this is not clearly documented in the patient's medical record. An unintentional discrepancy occurs when the doctor unintentionally changes, adds, or removes a medication the patient was taking prior to the admission. Please comment me in the comment box if you want to know detail about undocumented intentional discrepancy and unintentional discrepancy. I will upload a separate video on this. There are three very important steps of medication reconciliation. First is verification, that is collection of complete and accurate medication list which include current and past medication of the patient and other medication information. Second is clarification. It is mainly to ensure the dose and medication are appropriate for the patient or not. Last is reconciliation. It is mainly resolving of discrepancies and documenting all changes and new orders. Although the required step seems very basic, the logistic behind when, where, how, and by whom this is done can be difficult. There are various benefits of medication reconciliation. These are mainly obtain and maintain a complete list of medication of the patient which is a patient regularly taking. Reduction in medication error and adverse drug events. With the help of medication reconciliation, patients can receive appropriate medication. Lastly, it improves effective communication between the doctors and the patient and their family members. Although medication reconciliation seems very easy, but there are various challenges to prepare a complete medication list of a patient. Biggest challenge is the time, because it is not a very easy process to make an accurate list of all medications of a patient is taking, including name, dosage, frequency, and the route. Then patient's inability to recall medications, its dosage and frequency, unreliable sources of medication information, and lastly the skill level of the staff who is gathering the information of the medication of a particular patient to prepare accurate medication list. Although medication reconciliation gives us a complete list of medication which help us to prevent medication error, adverse drug reaction, but more studies are needed to simplify its implementation and adaptation, with emphasis on the identification of current best practices for medication reconciliation. These are all my references which is used to make this presentation. Please like, share and comment on my video. Thank you very much for your time and patience.